All right, lads. Welcome back to me podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here. Appreciate you all checking in and liking, subscribing, sharing. That's a big one. So thanks so much for all your support. And I do also want to say a big thank you to everybody for the kind words on the podcast about my dad. That means a lot to me. That really means a lot to me that, a lot of people took time to send me a lot of messages that I responded back to some of you, and I will get to the rest of you. I promise, for those of you who are still waiting on a return, for me to write back, but I certainly will. So, but I want to thanks for all the kind words and the well wishes, about my father. So thanks so much, everybody. Some of my favorite ones were though, which I loved about how people were saying like, "Oh, he would have loved this episode. He's up there listening to this now. If he is up there, I don't think he's listened to me podcast. I think he's 2 weeks up there now, right? 2 weeks up. I don't think he's blown off going to see Frank Sinatra in concert or Johnny Cash, some of his favorites. Hey Danny, we're gonna go see Johnny Cash. You coming? I can't. I gotta listen to this fucking idiot's fucking podcast. Apparently he's talking shit about me. So yeah. Thanks again. Thanks so much for all the well wish. I appreciate that. I really do. I've been running around kind of working out a lot of new material about it. Trying to keep it honest and tasteful. So, be on the lookout for that. I'm running around, locally. I'm on Long Island, Governor's, Brokerage, McGuire's. I was at the comic strip tonight and working on some new stuff that I'm kind of happy with, and about my dad and stuff. But however, so I again, I don't want to beat a horse here to death, but thanks so much again for the support. Get right into it. I had a weird week this week. Here's what happened to me. I'm driving home from Connecticut. I was up in Connecticut for a few nights this week. I seem to be up in Connecticut a lot lately, actually, now that I hear myself say it. But however, maybe I'll get a chance if I have time or if I'm up to it, talk about the gig. But I'm driving home from it, and there's a stretch of road from Connecticut all the way down, and it's about 60-something miles long that I have to drive on it. So I pulled in to this to Subway. The timing was weird because when I was leaving Connecticut, I had to also go to the brokerage in Belmore, so my timing was off, and I had to get something to eat somewhere. So I'm a big fan of Subway. So I pull into a Subway slash gas station, and I walk in, and there's nobody at the Subway. Now, I run into the bathroom real quick, wash me hands, making that obvious. Yeah, right. Wash me hands, came out. So then the guy comes up there, young black kid, right? Mad. I don't know why, but he was mad. I don't know what's wrong with him. Maybe he was having a rough day. That happens to all of us. So I ordered this very kind of specific sandwich, because I'm trying something now for the last 2 months. I kind of broke away from it when I was back in Ireland with my dad. I tried to maintain it as much as I could back in Ireland, which is the carnivore diet, right? And I don't know if you've ever heard it. And why am I doing the carnivore diet, I hear you say? Because Joe Rogan told you to. Right, yeah, like every other fucking male in America, I get all my advice, news, and education from the Joe Rogan podcast. And I've been following this and I've done a lot of research on it because he's very big. Joe Rogan's very big into health, very big into nutrition, very big into working out, as am I. So I thought, all right, let me see what it's all about. And all I've heard about it is positive. Very, very positive feedback, right? I don't think I have any diseases or anything that cleared up from it, but I am fuller. You do feel fuller from all the protein. I eat less food, I guess, and all I'm eating is like steak, eggs, bacon, basically any animal products. You can eat chicken if you want. You can eat turkey if you want to. I kind of try to stay away from that. I go more towards the leaner, the steak, like I said, the eggs, bacon, and every once in a while, like sausages, like if I can get beef sausages or turkey sausages. However, I feel great from it, So I pull into Subway. There's a very, very, very specific sandwich that I'm ordering because number one, I didn't want, like, you can't eat bread, right? So I usually get it on a wrap now. And you can't eat bread, you can't eat any of that stuff. You don't get anything on it. Unless it's an animal product, you can't have it. So I get it on a wrap, which is because it's desperate times, desperate measures. I have no choice, right? So I ordered a sandwich and I get bang, this, that, the other. Throw a bit of this on me, bit of that. Yep, this, that, the other, because I got to charge you extra for that. Money's no object. Let's make up this sandwich, please. So I'm making this piece of, masterpiece. And I was starving. Sandwich was a masterpiece. Smelt great. Took a bit of bacon out of the oven, right? I don't care how cheap or shitty the bacon is at Subway. Cooked bacon is cooked bacon, man. And I don't care who you are. That's a great smell. Isn't it, though? That's a great, great smell. So he goes along and he makes up the sandwich and just, mwah, art right in front of me. A masterpiece. So I go to pay, put my hand in, take out my wallet, take out my debit card. And the guy goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Our machine isn't working today." I go, "Wait, what?" Yeah, we don't accept any debit or credit today. Sorry, machine's down. Just attitude. And I go, "Mate, why don't you, like, you should have put a sign up or something." Like, and he's just looking at me, and I'm looking at him. Now, I know you're saying, "You should have carried cash, asshole." I don't carry cash, lads. I just don't do it. It's not I just don't do it, right? And I'm like, fuck. So we're looking at each other, and I just go, all right, fair enough. So I walk into the gas station part of it. Again, I'm on a carnivore diet, so all I can eat is meat. Now, I'm hungry. I could get nuts. I could get a protein bar. I could get all that stuff, but the carnivore diet doesn't allow it. So what do? 2 big things of jerky. Beef jerky, which I started eating recently, and it's a little bit salty, but man, it's good. It's filling. It's tasty. I got plain one, right? Didn't get any teriyaki. Didn't get it marinated in anything. Plain piece of jerky. Got one of those, 2 of those. Paid for it, and I'm walking back, and I have to walk past the Subway guy, and I see the sandwich there, and I walk past him, and I go, "Mate," he goes, "Yeah, just a quick question." I go, "What are you going to do with that sandwich?" He goes, "What do you mean?" I go, what are you going to do with it?" He's like, "I don't know." I said, because it was a very specific, weird sandwich. Like, you're going to put that to the side on the off chance someone is going to order that weird combination on that weird type of wrap? I would get it if it was a meatball hero. I would get it if it was just fucking BLT. I would get it, and you're like, you know what? Someone's going to come in and order that. I'll whip it out. There you go. So he goes, "I don't know. I'll probably throw it out." And I go, "Wait, so you would rather throw out a good sandwich, a perfectly good sandwich, to a customer who's willing to pay, who through no fault of his own didn't know you didn't take a debit card? Like, this is not my fault." And I wasn't going to ask him, say, "Can I have this sandwich?" Right? Because my dignity, my stubbornness, my pride, all fucking traits of a weak man, right? Instead of going, "Mate, can I just have the sandwich? I'll get you next time. I travel here all the time." Right? And you could tell he was just a fucking kid. He wasn't happy there. It's not his business. He doesn't give a shit about customer service, right? So I go, "You going to try out the sandwich?" He goes, "Yeah." I go like, "All right, man. Listen, well, I'll tell you what. You fucking have a great day." I walk out mad. Right? Really mad. So then I'm driving, I drive down the same road, eating my jerky. 10 miles down the road, what happens? Same, another Subway / gas station situation. Because there's a few of them on that stretch. 10 miles, 15 miles, I'm not sure. I go in. Young black kid there again. Now, I know you're saying, why do you keep bringing up black people? Look, I'll get to that in a second. All right? I'm just also trying to create a story for you. I'm trying to paint the picture for you. But I'll get to that. So I go, all right, mate. And he goes, I don't know what it is. It must be Angry Subway Employee Day today. He goes, yeah. Just like that, right? Because he was on his phone and he was annoyed that he had to hang up his phone. Sorry, I'm starving. And I go, quick question. He goes, yeah. I go, does your debit card / credit card machine work? And he went, guess what he went? Yeah. Right? So I go, magic. And he goes, what can I get for you? So I order up the weirdest sandwich again, the same concoction, right? The same fucking, not, if I were to send you to Subway to get me that sandwich, you'd be like, what the fuck? I'm not ordering this. So I ordered a sandwich, all different meats, all different sizes, and I go, mate, can I get extra meat on it too? I pay for extra meat. What did I just say? Money's no object. So he goes, all right. He made this sandwich with no effort, and he gave me no meat on it. He put it on a wrap, and he rolled it up. It was so small. I go, mate, am I supposed to smoke this? Like, I look like a little like a cigar. I look like a green cigar because it was on a spinach wrap. I look like a green. I go, am I supposed to smoke this? He goes, what do you mean? I was like, look, mate, I said extra meat. He goes, that is extra meat. I go, no, that's some meat. Why is this happening to me? This is some meat, I said to him. That's not extra meat. So if I didn't ask you for extra meat, I would have got less meat. He's like, that's how I make my sandwiches here. And I go, fuck it, yeah, right? I fucking annoyed. I paid for my sandwich and he charged me extra meat. I walked outside. You know who was parked outside? 2 cop cars. There were 2 cop cars parked right outside in that 69 position that cop cars do. You know, like lazy cops, right? He's having a go at the cops now. No, I'm not. But like some places you go to and cops are a little bit paid too high. Some are clearing over 100 grand a year, and every time you see them, they're parked in a 69 position just so they can talk to each other, right? That fucking happens. I swear to God, I was so enraged about what happened. I nearly went over and I told the cops. I nearly became a white woman. Like, you know, like that Karen, as people talk about. I nearly did that. I nearly walked over and go, excuse me, I just got robbed at Subway. What? You got robbed at Subway? Yeah. And I would have told them the story, and the cops probably would have shot me. That's how fucking infuriated I was. And it's bullshit too, man. It's like you ever hear those stories when people call, like they called 911 because they didn't give them their burger, or they dialed 911 because their fries were too hot, and you always go like, what kind of pieces of shit are they? What kind of pieces of shit? Like that I was nearly one of those pieces of shit. I was that fucking enraged by them. I nearly called the cops. And then I'm like, do I call Subway? But then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. They're just kids. I want them to lose their jobs. I don't want to imagine they got fired over that. Like, oh, fuck. Just make my fucking sandwiches and put a sign up on your fucking ATM or your debit card machine's not working. Please. It's not that hard. I don't know, man. It's just fucking hell. I've been annoyed too much this week. It's just been, I'm kind of like in a weird, like I had some, where was I, shows this weekend. Last week I was supposed to be at the brokerage. They changed over and I said, you know what, let me go to Governor's. I had a fun set over it there. And then the next night I had to drive to Philadelphia with Chris Roach, and we did some private thing at a Jewish temple, which was great. You know, really fucking fun. They gave me this big thing of chocolate. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't have that for my carnivore diet. But I did it I ate it anyway, right? I ate it anyway. Today's my cheat day. So, but then here's the weird thing. Like, why I was annoyed. I was up in Connecticut. I went to a comedy club on the night of the open mic night. You do open mic nights? Yeah, damn right I do. And so I go to the open mic, and and I'm not going to name the club, and I don't give a fuck if the comics are listening. You can write to me. I don't give a shit. And one guy came up to me, and he was like, "Oh, you're like a pro, right?" And I don't know, man. I don't take praise very well. I just don't, right? So I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, what advice can you give?" Like, I don't know, man. I'm the wrong person to ask for advice. And he's like, "Well, I'm doing this 5 years, and I just kind of like I dick around on stage." And he goes, when should I start taking this seriously? And I went, 5 years ago. 5 fucking years ago. He's like, really? He's like, yeah, man, what are you doing? Like, if you're coming out here hanging out with your friends, that's fine, but you gotta have some sort of structure, or else you're wasting your fucking time. And he got annoyed. And he walked off. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. I don't care. Don't give two shits. And just like today in general, like, I don't know. Just today, it's like I went to the comic strip tonight and I tried some new stuff that went just okay. Like, I'm so bored of my old material by now. My new stuff is coming along well, but not as well as I'd like. And so yeah, I'm just in a slump. Not a bad comedy. Don't want you thinking that. Like, I'm not going to go see him now. But I'm just in that slump where I don't want to do any of my own material, but you have to because it's your job. But like, my newer material isn't really ready yet for a big unveiling, So yeah, so it's just a weird mood today. So, but I had fun at the strip tonight. I sat down and I got a chance to. I always have a great time at the comic strip, sitting in the booth. Tom Van Horn was there. Tom was just great to talk to. Pat Dixon strolled in, from the Anthony Cumia network, and you talk to them guys about those guys about the same situation. You find they're going through the same thing, And then my friend Sean. Oh, by the way, Sean, shit, that's why I walked in. People are wondering, like, oh fuck, well, why did you mention he was black? Because I told my friend Sean. Sean's a comic and he's a very, very funny guy, and he's a black guy, and I was telling him the story, and he goes, "Yeah, bro, that's because you white." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I did that on purpose." He goes, "If there was a brother standing there," he goes, "if that was a brother, they would have given him the sandwich." I was like, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Yeah." Dude, he goes like, "Bro, it's Black History Month." I was like, "Yeah, and?" He goes, "Yeah, dude, it's Black History Month. These guys," Sean's words, where he's like, "This guy doesn't want to work," and he's fucking probably like. Here's the little thing, like he goes, there are some like black kids. His exact words were, who are racist towards white people, but they don't know why because they just feel they should. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that makes sense, because like I get a lot of friends. I got a lot of friends who are racist towards, not racist. Would you call it racist? They kind of have a problem with English people. They have a problem with English people, but like. They've no reason to. Like, they've never experienced any problems with English people. They just feel, because of their upbringing, that they should be weary or they don't like them. So he's like, yeah, same thing. That's why these black kids were rude to you, he said, because you're white. I'm like, fuck, you know what? That makes sense. Like, I am a very white man. But there was no privilege. I wasn't like, how dare you not give me that sandwich? I'm like, all right, man, fuck it. If it didn't work, it didn't work. That's all right, fine, fuck it. So that's my rant. But hopefully next week, guys, I'll have better stories for you, and maybe I'll be in a better mood, and maybe I'll be out of my slump. Maybe my material, I'll feel a lot stronger about my material. But yeah, it's a tough time. Not a tough time. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a weird moment where you're stuck in limbo. You don't want to go back to that good material. But your new material it's good. It's like you're building a house, right? And it's like, oh, that house looks really nice. Let's move in. He goes, you can't. We didn't put the roof on it yet. Or we did. We just didn't put the toilets in yet. And that's where it is. So right now, my new act that I'm working on is a house without toilets. So as soon as I put toilets in, guy, but I'm working it out. Come see me at a club. Come round. I'm around. I'm around Long Island. I'm around New York City. Find out where I am. Come down and say hello. I'd love to chat with you. But however, on that note, guys, thanks so much for listening. Thanks for listening. Thanks so much for listening. I appreciate the support. Any messages, guys, any comments or concerns, send it to me Instagram. Send them to me, message on my Instagram, Mick Thomas Comedy. I appreciate you. Thanks so much for listening. Good luck to you now. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Good luck to you now. It's the Mick Thomas Cheaper Than Therapy Show.